Baylor basketball is tied at the top of the Big 12 now with Texas.
Yeah.
Who? Okay, I want to take you back to a point in time. Oh, that sucked. That was terrible. Baylor just dropped its third straight Big 12 game, 2 of them at home. Cam, this team at this point will be lucky to win 10 games in Big 12 play. There's just no way it happens.
Yeah, look, I'm pulling out my tweets. I need to get ahead of it, but I'm going to try and save it until the last Saturday of the regular season.
This team's not elite. 0-3 start.
Hey,
2 home losses.
One of us said they were elite like a week later. One of us, not both of us. One of us. You're right, Drake. And we all, I think we said it on that podcast too. We as a collective, Baylor Nation, thought it's going to get better. Obviously they weren't going to go winless, but they're not going to be at the bottom of the conference. Like they're going to figure something out. But I think our point after the 0-3, and I think a lot of people thought the same thing was, but like, what is the big shift? Because at this point, again, we don't even expect Chama Chachua to play this year, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like that's probably not happening. So who is stepping up?
Oh, dude, I forgot about that. There was a legitimate point at the beginning of the year where like maybe March Madness for everyday.
Yeah. I was like, I had no expectations for it. I was like, don't even think he's going to play this year.
He's just put in 20 minutes now as the best defensive player on the team. But okay.
Like, again, like he didn't miss a beat. So it was like, okay, what's going to happen though? Like, is Langston Love going to be an offensive force?
Yeah.
Which some nights he kind of is. Like, are they going to go to the basket? Like, are they going to find a way to play better offense? What is Jalen Bridges going to give you? That was one guy I was pretty hard on at the beginning of the season. I'm like, what is this guy's game? And it is all kind of figured itself out. And I don't think any of us thought, was it 9 of 10 now? I don't think we could have saw that coming. And to be tied for the conference lead with a couple weeks left here. This is not creeping up in the last week of the season. We've got 3 weeks left? 4 weeks left?
5 more games.
5 more games.
That's
3 weeks. So, it's special. I'm saving to bring those tweets out because they weren't great. But no, I did not think they were going to be in this.
There was a thing that happened the other day.
And I mean, obviously the biggest point was they sucked defensively. Oh,
they're still not
they were
great.
bad.
They're still
they
like the worst team in the Big 12 defensively, by the way.
Yes, but it's noticeably like it is. They held the team under 69 points last night, which is nice. But this is actually, you know what they have, Drake? They have the formula of actually how you win in the NBA. I keep bringing up my Celtics in this podcast in general. I'm going to bring them up again because the Warriors had it last year too, where the Celtics were so suffocating defensively, but they didn't really create shots well, and they turned the ball over too much. And now it's like they have a good defense. They're now in the top 10. Baylor, that's equivalent to a top 10 NBA defense, even though it's at the bottom of this conference. And they space the floor well. They make shots. They got guys who can make shots inside. Some days, okay, it didn't happen against TCU, but most days they can. And they're efficient enough offensively. They don't kill themselves offensively. And that turns into high volume shooting. And I think that's what wins things now. It won it for Baylor in 21, and they had a great defense to go along with it. But Kansas didn't have as good a defense last year, as Baylor had, and did some volume shooting. And there they were. Villanova was the same way. Good defensive teams, but didn't turn the ball over, rebounded the heck out of it. And that's what's changed a lot with Baylor since that 0-3 start.
Look,
so that seems like the model. I'm not saying, oh my gosh, they're going to win the national championship now. But that's the look of a team that does do that.
Baylor's 58th in the country for evanmia.com. And you can mute the microphone when you do it.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I can. Hold on.
According to Evan Mia, Baylor's 58th in America in defense, which is not good. But also there's 368 teams or 63 teams. So 58 is not the worst. And that's good. It's improved. Gonzaga's 54. So Baylor's right up there with an opportunity now to win the Big 12. I saw a thing the other day. Ashley Hodge did this on Sikkim 365, who I used to work with.
Big Ashley Hodge fan.
Great people on both sides. And I was listening to Ashley talk to Keontae George, played him a clip from, I think, the Field of 68 podcast or something. And the podcast is basically like, the Baylor's out of the Big 12 race. They can't win the Big 12. They're not going to win the Big 12. And he played it for Keontae. And Keontae heard it, and Keontae was like, "Oh no, we heard that in the locker room. Like we've played that before, and we're going to focus on us, audience of one." He gave all that stuff. But I thought they've been playing show clips in the locker room. We got some sins to atone for. Flo Thamba, you said this pregame. He's just sitting, rocking back and forth on the bench.
Drake told mixtape, baby.
Earbuds in. Like, Flo, what you listening to? Locked on Baylor. Yeah. He dunked that ball today. It was last night. It was great when he dunked that ball. He went up strong.
This is why I buttered up Scott Drew when I was going to the press conferences.
Also missed a wide open layup to start the game. Sorry,
Did
Flo.
do that.
So that clip, I'm getting somewhere with that. The reason I bring it up is because I don't think Baylor basketball is going to win the Big 12. Boo. Yes.
There goes Drake again. There it goes again.
All of you boo me. For everyone in the Baylor basketball locker room, as you're listening to this, Flo, look at Langston. Langston, look at Keontae. Keontae, look at Adam. Everybody wave at each other. I don't think Baylor's going to win the Big 12. Here's why. I hope they do, but they play Kansas on the road on Saturday. They play Kansas State on the road on Tuesday.
I don't love that.
They play Texas at home on Saturday, February 25th. They play Oklahoma State on the road on a Monday
Playing good
night.
basketball right now.
And then they play Iowa State at home. So in your next 5 games, you will be good to go 2-3. Good to go 2-3. And 2-3 is not going to win you the league.
And you really got to go 4-1, and that one can't beat a Texas.
Yeah.
So you're kind of putting yourself, and as you mentioned, your next game's at Allen Fieldhouse. So, and that Oklahoma State, you said it's a Monday, right? I think that's one of those other Monday games.
Monday on the road
this year.
Kind
hate that.
Game. 8 p.m.
Hate that.
Let's see.
That is a big bogey game.
8 p.m. Yes.
Big trap game, man. Oklahoma State's playing some real good ball. You kicked the crap out of them at home.
They just won at Iowa State.
You're coming off 1 day rest, which is literally rest. Like, you're not practicing, you're watching some film maybe, but you're resting up.
Yeah, 1 day rest from playing Texas. Who's
from playing Texas,
in the country, who lost Tech. So yeah, there's that.
And then Iowa State, who could still be in it, by the way.
Yeah.
On the last day
they need some help. Pete Souza, the Pete Souza curse. Jeez, that guy said they were going to win the league, and they have not won since. So there you go.
In fact, it went to the he said they can't win on the road, and then they stopped winning at home too.
And now they can't win anywhere. So nice job, Pete. Scott Drew's up next. Baylor can win the Big 12. They can. They just won't. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay they don't. They gave everybody else a 3-game lead. Otherwise, they would have won this league. They gave everybody else a 3-game lead. You shouldn't do that. Scott Drew
by 3 points, man. Oof.
Scott had a lot to say after this one. But before I can flip it over to Scott, I got to tell you about FanDuel. FanDuel it's the place to go. I'm gonna do a job announcement tonight, I think, by the way. I got a new gig I'm doing for the summer. Stay tuned for that. And you can bet on what it is at FanDuel.com. What's it going to be? Where am I going to go? Different Locked On show? I've been offered one. I've been offered a new Locked On show to host something else. Yeah. While doing Baylor at the same time. Maybe I'll do it. It's a no-sweat first bet. $1,000. That's right. Remember that no-sweat first bet for the Super Bowl? Well, you can do it for anything now. Anything. The NBA. Spreads, money lines, totals, rebounds, assists. You got some guy, you're like, all right. You got like a 2x3 bet, like 2 3-pointers scored in the first 3 minutes. I mean, you can make that bet. FanDuel Sportsbook. Safe, secure, easy to use. Well, you can bet on everything. Why not bet on everything at FanDuel? It lets you combine bets, bigger payouts, same game parlays. FanDuel.com/lockedon, all caps. FanDuel.com/lockedon. $1,000 in bonus bets if you lose that first sweat, no bet. First sweat, no sweat first bet. Every moment is more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Scott Drew, take it away.